happens to the prostate of aging men who masturbate every day? It's the kind of question most men would never ask out loud, but nearly every man has thought about. Is it healthy, harmful, a sign of weakness, or could it actually be saving your life? Behind closed doors, millions of men, especially over 40, are quietly wondering if their habits are hurting their health or protecting it. And when it comes to the prostate, that small walnut-sized gland sitting just below the bladder, no one wants to take chances. But the internet is a mess of contradictions. Some voices say frequent ejaculation is essential for male health. Others warn that it can shrink testosterone, cause addiction, or weaken the prostate. Somewhere between macho myths, outdated advice, and social stigma, the truth got lost, and it's more important than ever. Prostate cancer is now the second most common cancer in men worldwide. Nearly 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed in their lifetime. That means every decision we make, what we eat, how we move, even how often we ejaculate, might matter more than we think. But what if the key to a healthier prostate has been within our own body all along? What if a natural biological function, often shrouded in secrecy, holds a surprising power? Let's rewind the clock. In the early 2000s, researchers at Harvard University quietly launched a long-term study. It would follow nearly 30,000 men over several years, tracking one simple variable: ejaculation frequency. It asks something deceptively simple. How often do you climax in a typical month? The answer is varied wildly. Some men reported just 4 to 7 times a month, others over 21. At the time, scientists weren't expecting a massive difference in outcomes, but what they found shocked them. By the end of the study, the men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a staggering 31% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those on the low end of the scale. Think about that for a second. Over a 30% reduction in risk from something entirely natural. That's not a minor improvement. That's the kind of number you'd expect from a breakthrough drug, except this one required no prescription, just biology. Then, halfway around the world, Australian researchers found something eerily similar. Their cohort of men who ejaculated 4 to 7 times per week, roughly daily, had a remarkable 36% lower risk of prostate cancer before age 70. 2 independent studies, thousands of men, and a strikingly consistent result. What could be the underlying mechanism? Again, the pattern repeated, and yet almost no one talks about it. Daily ejaculation acts like turning on the tap, clearing out old fluid, reducing pressure, and potentially expelling harmful agents before they can linger. Doctors call this the prostate flushing hypothesis, and it's gaining traction. Imagine tiny ducts within your prostate, and regular ejaculation helps keep them clean and flowing freely. But it doesn't stop there. Frequent ejaculation also appears to modulate hormonal activity. It reduces sympathetic nervous system stress on the gland, helping it relax. Could this be why some men find a sense of calm after climax? It's your body's own stress relief mechanism at work. Some studies suggest it even alters gene expression in prostate cells, encouraging repair, reducing inflammation, and supporting healthy cellular turnover. Yes, you heard that right. Your habits might be influencing the very blueprint of your prostate cells. The numbers don't lie. And even if ejaculation isn't a magic bullet against cancer, the physiological effects on the prostate are very real. With regular ejaculation, the prostate experiences relief, not just physically, but chemically. Hormone levels rebalance. Inflammatory agents drop. Blood flow improves. Some studies even suggest that this process can influence gene expression in prostate cells, promoting cellular repair, decreasing oxidative stress, and reducing DNA errors that could one day trigger cancer. But what's happening beyond the prostate? Research out of the Cleveland Clinic shows that orgasm causes a spike in oxytocin, the so-called love hormone. Oxytocin reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, while boosting dopamine, which enhances mood and motivation. It's like a natural mood elevator and stress buster, all rolled into one. This chemical cocktail promotes relaxation, better sleep, and a sense of calm that lowers systemic inflammation across the body, including in the prostate. that a stronger immune response, improved sleep quality, and hormonal regulation, and you start to see the bigger picture. Ejaculation isn't just about reproduction. It's about maintenance. Still, it's important to draw a line here. We're talking about masturbation and balance, not addiction, not compulsion, but conscious, healthy sexual expression. The danger isn't daily ejaculation. It's misunderstanding it. Some online circles popularize the idea that abstinence is manlier, or that withholding ejaculation boosts testosterone and vitality. But what does the real science say? While short-term abstinence might offer a brief spike in testosterone, long-term suppression can increase tension, disrupt sleep, and potentially elevate inflammatory markers. In fact, chronic inflammation is one of the silent killers of prostate health. One theory gaining traction, backed by Cleveland Clinic and studies in peer-reviewed journals, is that regular ejaculation helps maintain a kind of cellular housekeeping. Another key player here is apoptosis, the body's ability to remove damaged or aging cells. Think of it as your prostate's internal cleaning crew, and regular activity helps them do their job effectively. Then there's hormonal signaling. Every ejaculation releases not just tension, but biochemical messages throughout your body. Even prolactin, which has a bad rap, serves a real purpose. It dampens overstimulation and allows the reproductive system to reset. And this isn't just theory. In clinical settings, urologists have observed men with infrequent ejaculation habits report more frequent episodes of prostatitis. Inflammation of the prostate can cause pelvic pain, urinary issues, and even sexual dysfunction. But the connection goes even deeper. Ejaculation may also play a role in immune regulation. Some studies suggest that seminal fluid contains not only reproductive cells, but immune-modulating molecules. When this system is in regular motion, the body adapts, maintains equilibrium, and avoids unnecessary immune overactivation. When the prostate goes unused, when fluid builds up, ducts remain stagnant, and cellular activity slows, it may trigger sudden immune confusion. The body begins treating parts of itself as foreign. This can lead to low-grade inflammation, swelling, and even autoimmune reactions in extreme cases. And this is especially important for older men. After age 40, testosterone slowly declines. The prostate begins to enlarge in many men. Blood flow becomes less efficient, and the gland becomes more susceptible to inflammation, calcification, and oxidative stress, which is why ejaculation might matter more as you age, not less. So, while you might think these habits are a young man's game, they could be a crucial element in maintaining prostate health as you get older. Now, let's be clear. This doesn't mean daily masturbation is mandatory. It's not a prescription. It's a pattern, and it works best when it fits into a balanced, conscious lifestyle, one that supports all pillars of male health. So how do you know if you're in the healthy zone? Here's what urologists look for. You feel relaxed and refreshed after ejaculation, not depleted. You're not dependent on it for emotional escape. It doesn't interfere with your relationships, work, or physical energy. It's part of a larger routine that includes sleep, nutrition, and movement. It's about integrating this into a healthy lifestyle, not letting it take over. But what happens when things go off the rails? Too much of anything can disrupt the body's natural rhythms. If masturbation becomes compulsive, driven by stress, boredom, or screen addiction, it may start to reverse the benefits. It can spike dopamine tolerance, create psychological fatigue, and even desensitize you to natural arousal cues. In rare cases, it can even raise prolactin levels too high, causing fatigue, brain fog, or difficulty with sexual performance. The key, as with anything in life, is moderation and mindful engagement. So here's the truth. Daily ejaculation can be healthy, but only when it's in harmony with the rest of your life. It's not about quantity. It's about context. It's not about control. It's about connection to your biology, to your body's needs, and to a deeper understanding of how this incredibly intelligent system maintains itself. This isn't just about sex. It's about fundamental health and well-being. And that's why it matters. Here are the 5 science-backed actionable 7 steps every man should consider, whether you masturbate daily, occasionally, or not at all. Establish a healthy ejaculation rhythm. Forget dogma. Forget shame. Think function. Based on Harvard and Australian studies, ejaculation somewhere between 4 to 7 times per week, roughly every day, is associated with reduced prostate cancer risk and improved gland function. Listen to your body, not outdated myths. Support your hormones naturally. Your prostate doesn't exist in a vacuum. Lift weights 3 times per week. Eat zinc-rich foods. Avoid chronic cardio, alcohol binges, and ultra-processed foods. Get 7 to 8 hours of real deep sleep. These habits are the foundation of hormonal balance. Flush with fluids. Your prostate relies on hydration. Aim for 2.5 to 3 liters of water daily. Simple, yet crucial to prostate health. Get tested, don't guess. If you're over 40, ask your doctor about PSA, a testosterone panel, and a digital rectal exam. Knowledge is power when it comes to early detection. Train your pelvic floor. Do 5 to 10 Kegel contractions per day. Strengthen the muscles that support your prostate. What happens to the prostate in men who masturbate every day? Based on current science, it stays flushed, balanced, and likely better protected. But the real takeaway is this: understanding and respecting your body's natural functions is key to long-term health. The real danger isn't masturbation, it's misinformation. If this video challenged something you thought you knew, drop a comment, share your experience, ask your questions, and let us know what myth or topic we want us to tackle next. Subscribe for more science-backed deep dives on men's health. And remember, it's not dangerous, it's not dirty, it's your body, and understanding it is the first step to a healthier life.